Hello everyone and welcome to yet another content week. That's right, I'm remembering to do it this time. And here with us we have Slim Red, the Goose, the one, the only. Please introduce yourself.
Back again. It's been like, well, a week since I was last on here, but in terms of videos, probably a couple days. But happy to be back. It's always a pleasure.
Been a few videos. More videos as a result of content week than otherwise. And today we have items on the agenda. Pokemon items, they are somewhat useful to have an understanding of, and like a broad range of use cases for competitive draft. Would you agree?
I would agree. Items can make or break a team. Well, I guess
items can break a team if it's like a
Yeah, I meant specifically in terms of like
it's like Black Sludge, and then you tear it into a water type.
It's calculated.
Calculated. So yes, these are Pokemon Go items, and the lucky eggs, because of course.
Totally relevant in draft.
Conveniently, I couldn't find any like good selection of items that wasn't the Pokemon Go ones. So with Pokemon Go ones, and I had to crop out a bunch of them as well.
Yeah, they look pretty nice too.
Yeah,
gets the point across.
I contemplated making the money the like big thing, but then I remembered that I'm poor, so I wouldn't be allowed to. And then we've got, yes, Azumarill with the Choice Band, and good old Arceus with the Citrus Berry. Now, Arcan. I was almost wrong. I refuse to be wrong on the internet. I also don't know whether these are called Lucky Eggs. I haven't played Pokemon Go in about 3 years.
I
played a bit when COVID
don't remember. I feel like it's probably the same. I don't remember.
So, we want to talk about different types of items, different use cases for them, and then we're going to do an exhibition match where we have 3 separate teams, and between them we use all of the different Pokemon that we drafted, and all of the different, and every single, we'll use 18 separate items between our 18 Pokemon. Unless, unless our friend here, our companion, went super crazy with it and decided to run a no-item acrobatic set.
I can tell you I did not do that.
Okay, I didn't either. I don't know if I have Pokemon that learns acrobatics.
I do, but Jugulus, I don't know if he would be the best.
I did run
actually,
does
Booster count?
Booster does count for acrobatics.
Oh, what am I thinking? I swear I should have done it. What was I doing?
I mean, you can still only run one booster anyways, right?
Yeah, but I can make it max attack. Oh, baby, that'd be so fun.
Oh, baby. It probably still boosts speed. So,
oh wait, that's so true.
Our first item category here is Hoover Damage! Named after Hoover Dam for my friendly Americans in the chat.
That's a lot of damage.
So, there are a number of different types of items which boost the damage of your moves. And they can do a lot to sort of disrupt your opponent's like calcs and decision making. I'd say they fall into a few different categories, but in terms of the damage items, I'd say they're probably the most nebulous. How do you categorize? Normal gem. Yeah. There's a lot of different items. Choice items are a big one. They come with a very clear downside of losing, of your opponent having clicked Encore into you for free, but they come with a 1.5x damage boost.
Yeah, it can help you take KOs that your opponent didn't count for.
Sorry, come through a little bit quiet.
Oh, maybe it's... I gotta move the mic closer, probably. Testing 1, 2. How's that sound?
There we go. Yeah, I've noticed sometimes you're coming through a little bit quiet, and then sometimes you're just doing alright. Yes, so... Scope Lens is good, because if your opponent has high defense stats, and you expect them to do, like, Calm Mind nonsense, what if they just did 8% of the time? Or 50% with a high crit rate move.
Nice defenses.
It also covers Intimidate and Snarl, but not like Will-O-Wisp or the other thing. Weather stat change, like weather changes, other conditions which limit, are percentage changes rather than stat changes.
Yeah, that actually influence your actual number stat instead of just a multiplier.
So we've got metal coat here. It is a coat of metal. The Arceus plates and other related items, in previous gens you had the incenses before they decided that babies weren't real over at Nintendo. And they boost the damage of a move type by 1.2x, and that comes with no downside in terms of outside of like not having a different item. And it can really change a lot of calcs. I think it's great to add with moves that already have a modifier with them, but also sometimes I've used them on non-stab moves just because they're what I need to get a KO, and I you know, Expert Belt doesn't really make as much sense in that game.
Yeah, we've seen metal coat on like Scizor, which to your point is, you know, you got Technician and Stab boosted, so like you said, with multipliers makes it even stronger.
Have you used these like metal coats, you know, these various like item type boosting items?
I'm trying to think if I have. I feel like I don't really think I've really made use of them in draft. The only one that I probably would have used last season was the Pixie Plate, but it wasn't in
for the format.
It
is now. Yay.
It is now, yeah, it is now. And I do have Sylveon again, so maybe I'll use it this time.
It's true, you have Sylveon again. I hadn't even thought about the fact that you had it last season.
I did, and I drafted it in the same exact round as last season too.
And then you have Life Orb, which does a lot of damage, but reduces your HP turn by turn, unless you have Magic Guard, which can make it quite strong on Magic, or Sheer Force, and then the move is also boosted by Sheer Force, because they need to put a lot of different conditions on that.
Let's go. Big damage.
Big damage! Hoover damage! And there are a lot of different items that have some offensive use cases that are more conditional, such as like Expert Belt relies on the move that you're clicking being super effective. I think that's a good use on defensive Pokemon that you expect to sit on the field and click like a you know, rainbow of different move colors against your team. You know, if you're like you have like an Ice Beam, Flamethrower, say Unaware Clefable for the matchup, then maybe Expert Belt makes some sense in that. I think it's generally a question of whether the defensive mood makes more sense. Sometimes the Expert Belt just makes you scarier to deal with. In a similar way to like how Pixie Plate is good on like a Florges. And then yeah, what's the other one? There's like the Punching Glove, which only boosts the power of fist moves, or there's another item that boosts like a specific type of move, isn't it? Oh yeah, Throat Spray, which gives you a special attack boost if you click a sound move such as Sing or Hyper Voice.
Metronome.
Yeah, there's Metronome, which boosts damage randomly. Sorry, boost damage if you click moves and they don't hit and protect, and they also connect with a Pokemon. It's a very conditional.
It's a pseudo choice band.
Well, it's stronger than choice band if you click the move 7 times, which is why they used it in singles, right?
I guess it's fair.
It's stronger than Life Orb if you click it 3 times, and it's stronger than choice if you click it 7 times. Now, do you tend to have a Pokemon being able to click 7 moves in a row? It depends on what your opponent is. You know, maybe there's like a matchup into like a Gastrodon that you hitting with like Rock move, where that's just going to be enough. But otherwise, I don't know.
Not so much in doubles.
Less likely, yeah. Maybe it's good on the like Torn, Anam, Thund, Lando, because they're like clicking these spread moves like turn to turn to turn, and often like Torn is just set left there on the field.
That is true, yeah, for more mons that are like more supportive but also have offensive output that kind of just get ignored because their damage isn't crazy.
For sure, it can really allow you to pull up that damage. Maybe, I think because they have that spread move now, like one of the big problems with Protect is that if it hits into an immunity or a resist, it resets. Into an immunity or Protect, not resist. But because you're clicking a spread move, you're generally going to be hitting a Pokemon for a lot of that turn, which is maybe that's a use case, and that's something I may explore with my own Enamours. So yeah, Hoover damage. Now, shampoo and conditioning. These are items which have like a lot of utility and change like field conditions in ways which your opponent may not expect. They can be very disruptive to a lot of your, if your opponent has like these calcs which are designed to deal with the max HP, max speed F version, they may not be able to break through that assault vest. If they are relying on getting a fake out off, or icy wind speed drops or intimidate, then Covert Cloak or Clear Amulet can really put a damper on those plans. And if they're relying on getting an Oko into a Pokemon, a Focus Sash is kind of good.
Classic Sash. Such a pain to deal with. Especially when you're like, oh, I'm just gonna smoke this Pokemon real quick, and then it sits there anyway.
Yeah.
Oh,
I know that
baby.
I've been clicking so much like spread support moves recently just to break Sashes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's worth it. It was a huge problem last season to deal with Daddy's Valiant. Because I could get the Oko, but it wouldn't die because of Sash. So then you protect it and swap out, and you can't actually remove it. So
yeah,
Sash can really be a thorn in your side.
And like even in some other places, Sash can just be something which forces your opponent to take an extra turn of Life Orb.
That's true, yeah. Or poison, or paralysis chance, or anything.
For sure. So yeah, a lot of these items are about having those different field conditions and limiting the impact of your opponent's decisions. So reducing the power of their special moves, reducing the power of a move altogether, getting an extra turn off, or removing stat changes or secondary effects of their moves can all be pretty impactful. I still think Covert Cloak should work on knockoff.
Oh, as in it doesn't actually knock the item off?
It does. It should work, but it doesn't work on knockoff because knockoff removes the item before it does damage calc. It's kind of as part of the primary effect. Same with Clear Smog.
That's interesting.
The primary and secondary effects of moves. Knockoff also is boosted by Sheer Force, which I think plenty of Pokemon with Sheer Force are happy with. So yeah, shampoo and conditioning. I personally just really love some of the fan art you can find of Pokemon with Assault Vest or Sash.
Yeah. It's so adorable.
Now, sometimes, there are so many different items which do have some utility and are often very conditional that, it feels like sometimes there's just a mound on top of you. It feels like you might be buried under. So, do you want to explain our different categories of berry?
Sure. In the top right, we got the citrus berry, which is the HP recovery. Well, it's supposed to represent all the berries that give you some sort of health recovery. And then in the bottom right, you have the super effective resistance berry. So in this case, it's the Yachi berry. Bottom left is the Lum berry, which is whatever all the berries that remove some sort of status, be it like burn or confusion and whatnot.
Mostly Lum and Chesto, I think. See play.
Yeah, Chesto so that if you run Chesto when you want to actually use rest, I think usually, or
for sure, or if you have an Lum berry and you're very worried about Spore or lovely Dark Void.
Yeah, or burn, I guess. Either one you want to cover for both.
Well, Chesto doesn't cover Lum.
Oh, that's what I mean. Yeah, you know what I mean.
What's the burn item?
The burn berry?
I've used it.
I think it's Rost.
It's Rost. I was thinking, no, it's not Petra. No, it's not Cherry. It's not.
Yeah, going down the list.
Yeah. And then we've got the last category of berries.
The Salac, however you want to say it, berry, which
it's the one that ate Boba Fett.
Yeah, there you go. It's the berries that represent stat boosting in a pinch.
Yes. Yeah. Which technically health boosts are also pinch berries, but we're just not going to cover that. Yeah. For some reason, health is a stat. No. Yes. So these items are all pretty conditional, though I would say that Citrus has the easiest to activate condition of all of them. And Chesto is generally a condition that you can activate yourself. So, you know, Lum is very, very useful if you're against a team where you're worried that they're going to try and stop an offensive option of yours through status, whether that be paralysis, whether that be burn, whether that be the other one, sleep. Then Lum can have a lot of utility in being able to, you know, not only neutralize their move, but enable that Pokemon that they were scared enough of that to like get that extra turn off. Then you have like the H-Berry and other resist berries, which are really good at getting Pokemon who have decent defensive matchups, but may have like one Pokemon they struggle into. Being able to trade, you know, your Landorus for their Ice type because they Ice Beam you, and then you Stone Edge them, and you live because of the H. It's not bad.
We take those.
Have you used resist berries much in draft?
Yes. I think I usually use them for mons that either have a quad resistance or desperately need the berry to tank a hit from an opponent's like really strong offensive stat. So like when I had Noivern a couple seasons ago, I think I ran Yachi a couple times. And then I think...
Do you think you use it less now that we have Terra?
Yeah, I don't think I used any resist berries last season, so I would say that yeah, because of Terra, I don't. It's far less common because you don't really need to rely on, unless you're like a Pokemon like Scarlet, who even after Terra still is getting like 2 hit by foul play. Then
with getting 2 hit by foul play, Terra and resist berry to a neutral. It's the same.
It would help.
It's the same. It's the same modifier, right?
Yes.
If you're taking foul play neutrally, that's what a Cold Berry would do anyways.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying there are certain Pokemon that are more prone to needing the help because there's a threat. There's a very common threat that
I'm interested to see
threatening
Tay use Cerulege, and then everyone to realize that it is just as good as the people who hadn't drafted it said. But you know, maybe Tay will prove us all wrong, and by us all I mean me.
If I would love to see Cerulege actually be good, but I would love to see him do well with it, but he's gonna have to put in a lot of work to change my mind.
Look, I'm pretty confident that it's good.
I think it's good in VGC. I don't think it's good in draft.
Well, we'll see. We'll see.
We will see. I could be wrong. He's not fast enough to... Never mind. Well, I'm not gonna get into this conversation.
Pinch berries are interesting because there are two or like 2.5 main use cases for it. Three and a half. The half, 1.5 is sturdy / endure. Sometimes you may have the ability to get to a position where using endure you get down to 1 health and then you get an activation on a berry. And if you're sturdy, you can also attempt to do this, though it's kind of like Sash with the inconsistency. Whereas endure will deal even if you get doubled up into. And sometimes that stat boost can be like a win condition. I think the attack berry with like acrobatics is probably the main use case for
that.
Yeah. But you can also, the other way you can do it is using substitute to reduce your HP, but have the defensive barrier of that substitute to get to the position where you have that attack boost or special attack boost. But maybe sometimes the critical hit boost is pretty relevant. And then the one that I think I've seen the most in draft is using Fling with the berry to give a partner Pokemon and a speed boost into a weakness policy.
Let's go.
That I think is the main positions where I've seen them used.
Yeah, it's a fun one. Very situational, but if you pull it off, it's so worth it.
As far as weakness policy options go, it's one of the better ones. But relies on you using a ghost or psychic type.
Yeah.
Which is cool, because ghost types do have access to stored power. But yeah. And then, yeah, health recovery berries are just good on Pokemon. Citrus berry is good on offensive Pokemon and defensive Pokemon, because it turns out if you take 60 from a move, then having 125 health is a great way to take 2 of them.
Let's go. Yeah, and if your Pokemon aren't dead, then you're winning,
generally doing something your opponent doesn't like. If they're trying to KO you, that means that they're worried about what your Pokemon's doing. And then the other one is, yeah, like the pinch berries. I've basically only been running them on defensive Pokemon or on Pokemon that use recoil moves, because if you can get an extra recoil move off because you have 133 health, sometimes it's okay. I generally would not use it unless I don't, or I already have a citrus berry contested on my team. I think you did you use a pinch berry last season?
The stat boosting ones, or
either stat boosting or the recovery ones, like your Figgy.
Yeah, recovery, yes, but the stat boosting ones, no. I have a hard time figuring out how to use those without.
I think the most niche of these different categories, outside of like the extra lum berries.
Yeah.
In that decks, they sometimes will have like they'll be like, oh yeah, you can use items, and then I run lumberry and miracle berry.
Scam.
Good old Gen 2.
I forgot that was even a berry.
Well, yeah, in Gen 2, the berries are all just different berries, and then they count as different items.
Oh my god, that's genius.
It's too good.
Bring me back to Gen 2.
It's too good. I mean, Gen 2 is fun. Like, I would recommend playing GSC to anyone. Unfortunately, there's no GSC VGC scene, because there's no doubles in GSC.
Oh, that's true. That's so sad.
But ADV, that's when it got fun. They had locals in Japan back then. They were level 100 and 3v3.
They had a lot of good stuff in Japan that the States never saw access to.
I mean, you guys got VGC before we did.
Let's go.
The question is, why didn't you start using? Why weren't you out there playing in Gen 4?
That's a great question. Because I don't think I even understood that there was a competitive scene. Because that game came out in 2005, 2006.
Yeah,
I would have been in 6th grade. So I would have been.
I mean, they had juniors and seniors.
That's true. I would have been 12. I probably could have competed, but that would have required my parents to drive me to a big event to compete, which I don't think we had time for that.
Oh, there were only one-day events back then, at least.
Yeah, the closest one probably would have been Boston, which is like only an hour. So
that's
not
true.
terrible, but if I had known, I would have.
Some of the events across the border must have been a bit closer than Boston, right?
Like in Canada?
Yeah. No, across the border to Mexico. The one that's right there.
I'm in New Hampshire.
Exactly. That's why I meant across the border to Canada, obviously. Because they have
That's just making sure.
They have some in like Quebec and in New Brunswick, which is, I think, about as close to you as Massachusetts.
I can tell you how far away it is. It is about 6 hours from me.
Okay, I mean that's a brisk walk.
It's a bit of a stroll. I can tell you how long that is walking. 100 hours.
That's a brisk walk. So yes, berries are good. You should consider using these health recovery ones. Often, I do think the resist berries still have their place, because not feeling pressured to Terra is nice. I remember building a Poltergeist with Colby, where we ran Colbur Berry, and we also had Terra, and the idea was that if we had the Colbur Berry, we only had to Terra again. We didn't have to Terra against Hydreigon, but we still would have to Terra against Fluttermane, because that's the rump. But having that flexibility is very nice. And Lum is still very good if you're worried about your Pokemon getting hit by items. Safety Goggles is also competing often, I think, for that Spore and Sleep Powder immunity. And Terra Grass. But a lot of this is about giving you more positions where you don't have to click that Terra.
That is true.
Flexibility is nice. Theoretically, pinch bearers can also do that if the damage is what you need, but they're much more conditional. So yeah, buried under, and then taken for granted. These are the other category of items, which are items that the Pokemon using them are not likely to be competing with any other Pokemon on your draft, or if they are, you will know that at the draft process. So that is items which are conditional based on the user, or that have an effect which synergizes with a particular ability. So, do you want to take us through the examples on the screen?
Yeah, we got in the top right, we got the Flame Orb, which is, I think there's only 2. There's Guts, and I know there's Flare Boost, which is on Drifblim, but
yep.
I'm trying to think if there's any other.
There isn't, but Toxic Orb has Poison Heal and and Toxic Boost, and there's no electric thing. Oh, there's I think Ursaring has Quick Feet.
Oh right, Quick Feet's another one. Yeah, where if you're status, you get it.
I don't know if any other Pokemon besides Ursaring, and only Baby Ursaring, get Quick Feet.
Jolteon does actually.
True. I have seen someone run that before. I forgot.
It's super cool tech. I had Jolteon a couple seasons ago too, but I never find
I know
a
Lanoon
to
gets
use
it, but I haven't had Lanoon's not in the gen, right? And then I think Granbull might get it.
You might be right. Yeah.
I think Scolipede had it in the Dream thing instead of Speed Boost, because I know it didn't have Speed Boost in the Dream. In Dream World Meta, I'm trying to remember what that's called, but the thing where Zapdos has Lightning Rod. I think that's what Scolipede, the Scolipede line had instead of Speed Boost.
Really? I did not know that. That's crazy.
There's probably still another Pokemon that I haven't even thought of. But yes.
Mighty Anna also gets it.
You know what? Too good.
And Shroomish. Only Shroomish. Breloom does not
get
it.
Technician, right?
Yep.
Because I'm pretty sure it still has Effect Spore and Toxic Heal, because that's what it has in Gen 4.
Oh, that's funny. Zippin'.
So yes, and now our next example items.
Yes, so we have the everyone's favorite Protosynthesis and/or Quark Drive item, Booster Energy. Boost.
Very, very fun, fair, and balanced experience. No one has ever felt salty or tilted after interacting with one of them. You like running multiple Pokemon that need Booster Energy, I noticed.
You know what's funny is that last season it was 2 Ironmons that
this season it's also
fighting for boost. It is 2 Ironmons again that are fighting for. Well, I wouldn't say they're fighting. I would say Hands doesn't need it.
Okay. My counterpoint would be I have Sandy Shocks and Iron Hands, and pretty consistently I wound up not running Booster Energy on Sandy Shocks because Iron Hands is so insane with Booster Energy. Anytime you want to boost your physical defense or your attack, it's good. Much better than Life Orb.
That's true. That is true. I think, I don't know. I think Iron Hands can get away with not using it.
Be an tier anyways,
yeah. That's a pretty good one though. But Booster Energy. Have a free Scarf without being tied into a move. Who knew that would be busted?
Or an Assault Vest without other limitations, or a Phys-Def one, or even attack and special attack.
Yeah, a Life Orb with no recoil.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Incredible.
And then our third item.
And everyone's favorite defensive item, Eviolite, which is, if you remember the Porygon 2 and Dusclops days from last season, and any other season that they're a part of. I meant last gen, which is quite a while ago.
I think it was only Daddy Plan Part 1, because I think both of them weren't in Daddy Plan Part 2.
Yeah, I think they were immediately taken, yep. Which makes sense, because boosting both your physical and special defense by 50%.
On Pokemon that used to be fully evolved?
Yes, is insane.
It's pretty good. Scyther is a pretty good mon in this gen with it, and there's a lot of other Pokemon. Ursaring is actually shockingly bad with it, mostly because Ursaring is not very strong without Guts.
That is just have a partner next to it to burn it, calculated.
Well,
then you can still run.
Do that. So yes. Now, let's get into the funny.
Oh yeah, the the good stuff.
The guten
Oh,
stuff,
dude.
yeah. That's the wrong button. I accidentally clicked doubles custom game. I've already got the name. Which game? I need to remember which team I wanted to do game 1. Oh, it's put them in the folders one.
I got my notes. Oh yeah.
Alright, there's my game 1. It's not... Showdown's not case sensitive. Or it also ignores most non-alphanumeric inputs.
Oh, I did not realize. I guess I did know it wasn't case sensitive. I always just type it correctly anyway, just in the off chance that someone else has the same exact name. Let's do this thing first.
Okay. No
What a
iron
score.
hands.
Don't need him. Did we want to open all 3 or just do one?
I
at
mean,
a
we
time?
may as well, right?
Sure. Oh boy.
Oh boy, he coming.
Get her done.
Get her done.
This one.
I knew the get her done thing from Yu Yu Hakusho Abridged. Because I'm not an American.
I have never seen that show.
Yu Yu
But I've
Hakusho,
heard
or
it referenced.
specifically Yu Yu Hakusho, the abridged series on YouTube.
Either or both.
Yu Yu Hakusho's pretty alright. The abridged series hasn't aged phenomenally, but it's aged okay. Considering it's like 13 years old. The creator, Lani Pator, who's a member of Team 4-Star, who made Dragon Ball Z Abridged, is currently like doing a series where he watches back and reviews through them. Lani Pator.
That sounds entertaining as hell. What do I want to do here? Probably... Oh, yes, okay. I remember what I wanted to do. Oh, boy. It was something along the lines...
No, what's the big one called? Yumpluff. No, Yumpluff. Lycanroc? No. Typhlosion? No. Sylveon? Yes. Okay. Well, that's spooky.
Big zippin', the spee. I did not think this.
Ixtippin the Spee, indeed. You know what, that was exactly what I was thinking.
Big zippin', let's hit him with one of these. Oh boy.
Oh
So
yeah. Oh boy.
spicy. Oh, what a squad. Escalator, iPhone.
Oh yes, my nickname theme. I have one of those. That's true.
What the heck are you going for here is the question.
Ideally winning? That's the
Winning
hope. The hope is to win.
Winning's a great idea.
Thank you, I appreciate it. I'm glad that you think I should win.
What the hell's my item again? Oh,
I have
yes,
an
yes.
interesting item on the field right now.
Oh,
If you flinch, I will cry.
nice discharge. Oh, that's a lot of damage. Paralyzed.
You're still faster because you have Tailwind up.
My Lycanroc.
Yeah, I clicked 2 moves into it. Is it really that strong? I lose now, don't I?
I don't know what he's talking about. What do you mean? What could be? I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh god, Terrifier as well. just Oko's both my Pokemon, you know. Alright, luckily I did bring the water types in the bag.
Oh no, he's calculated.
Not very calculated
no.
because I have Storm Drain.
Well, you can use Psychic Bags.
You know, I did not think this very far through. 66%.
You took that pretty well.
I disagree.
What are you talking about? What do you mean? Look at this damage. Oh, yes.
That honestly was still pretty good damage.
That was good damage, yes.
Okay, now it might actually be faster than Iron Jugulus.
You might be.
I don't think this picks up, unfortunately. I need to use the Game 1 calc dex. I probably should have been calculating at some point in this game.
Oh, that's right. It has 3 different ones. I was looking at that too, and I was like, that is not the squad I'm using. Didn't realize there were 3 tabs.
Yeah, 3 games.
Oh. Big That's a lot of damage.
I think I lose. Oh wow, it's Scarf.
It is Scarf.
And you lift. That's okay, never mind, it's fine, I powered.
No accuracy drop. So it all comes down to this.
Sure. Let's pretend it does.
No. Oh no.
I think we were pretty clear that it didn't KO though.
I didn't. I wasn't even paying attention to how much damage it did.
I did 26 last time.
Oh,
I did Aquajet you, just in case you were wondering. I just wanted the special attack to boost though.
Oh.
Oh my god, no! I'm gonna lose now!
Well, it depends on if I miss.
I should have recovered. Why didn't I recover? Well, no, it's single target now. Yeah. No, okay, I lose.
Well, unless I miss.
Yeah.
There's a chance.
There's a chance. I'm trying to figure out if I can do anything. Don't think I can. You hit?
Wow, what a game. That's about as close as it's gonna get.
If I was Citrus Berry.
Crude. Those pinch berries.
So what items have I seen? I guess I should look. I assume some damage boost on Typhlosion, but I guess I don't know for sure.
Do you want me to tell
Did a
you?
lot. Let me, no, we'll figure stuff out, right? And you can figure out what items I was using as well.
Okay. I noticed a lack of booster, that's for sure, so I'm sure that'll be coming later.
Probably. You did notice Iron Treads in every game. It can only run one, so...
Yep. So... we'll see, we will see.
The Eruption did 35 to the Sword Coast.
Doing some damage counts?
I'm trying to figure out how to make it max HP. Like, not... I wanted to look at the Eruption at 100%. Not at the... Not at the reduced percent. I guess I just look at... No, but Blast Bone's not a spread move. I guess Fire Blast is kind of close in damage. No, it's just telling me it should be doing no damage. So it's, okay, it thinks you're adamant.
You should be able to update the, or like type over the base power, I think, right?
Not in this calc version.
Oh, I gotcha.
So modest max investment 177. It's still not doing anywhere near the amount. So I'm just gonna say it's got to be choice specs with Terrafire. I also don't know how to turn the Terra on in this.
Well, I don't know what tool you're using. Is it just the Showdown one?
No, it's the specific like input. It's got buttons, but the buttons don't seem to be working. Okay, so it does look like your specs. So you no longer have specs. Or a scarf. That's very good news.
Oh, true. I have no speed control for the remaining 2 games. Or do I?
I mean, you could still have Quick Claw.
That is true. We will never know.
I mean, we will know, right? But unless you really don't expect it to activate.
Oh man, I'm trying to figure out what I should do. Maybe I should be trying to figure out what your items are, but...
You did see one last game. I think you only saw one last game, but, you know, you did see one.
I probably did. I don't think I did. I don't see any. I have no item info.
I'm just pointing to the people in the game when you should have seen my first item. People in the audience, sorry.
I'm scrolling. Still, I'm looking.
So yeah, I saw a Scarf, a Specs, a Booster Energy. I didn't see anything on Lycanroc, but we'll see if it was the Sash. If I'm lucky, it was the Sash, because I'd be happy not to see that again. Especially because that team was Spreadja, so it was my only spread move team. Oh, like spread move based team.
Oh no. Let's see. What do I do here? The problem is I want to use all 6 of my Mons on each team because they're so fun.
Yeah, I've got 2-tier Pokemon where I'm like, I don't like the fact that I'm leaving these behind.
Okay, let's see. What's the strat gonna be? What's the strat gonna be? Let's do. Oh, you did. Oh, and Amorous is also on all 3 squads, huh?
Was it? Oh yeah, it was. Sorry, I didn't bring it game 1, so I just didn't think it was on the team.
It is. Interesting.
I think my team's pretty top heavy. Although that might just be because a bunch of Pokemon want items that I can't give them. Well, I just thought you were weak to Fairy. There are a couple different reasons that it could have been, right?
Yeah, I don't know.
Right.
Your team doesn't seem bad top heavy. Nice squad.
Nice squad.
Nice squad.
Huh. This damage numbers aren't real. They just simply are inaccurate.
It's all fake.
Yeah, I don't know how to like check if I would like how much I do if you Terra, how much I do if I Terra, how much you do if I Terra, which is definitely like a big limitation.
I got no idea.
Okay, I think I've got a play. I don't know if it's good, but it's fine. Hopefully. Get colonists here and such.
What the heck?
And you didn't comment on British dentistry.
Oh, I didn't even look at the nicknames. Shawl mode. So beautiful, yes. This is probably a terrible idea.
Well, I did have the Dazzling specifically for this matchup.
That is fair.
Didn't do anything last game, but you know, you could have had Quick Attack on Sylveon. Or Sucker Punch on, or Accelerock, I guess. I didn't get to see Slaking do things. Okay. That did nothing!
My special attack! That's a lot of
I was like 50-50 which of these Pokemon I needed to Terra. On the plus side. On the downside, I no longer have my Terra.
Room service, that's so cool.
Yeah, I did kind of have to use room service, right?
Yeah.
Alright, there's a move I don't want to see you clicking.
It's gonna be so cool. No, please. No. No.
Yes!
No,
Yes! You took my no item. Impressive.
Incredible, gotta get it. You can have my Toxic Orb. Oh boy. Purple arrows, that's a pretty spooky move.
It is. It's definitely a pretty spooky move.
What did I run on this thing? Oh, interesting. Well, let's do a little bit of, let's hit him with one, hit him with one.
Alright, I have a play. I'm hoping I get the rolls. Okay, none of the things I'm doing make any sense. That did nothing. Was the switch the main thing you were attempting to achieve there?
Yep.
Okay.
Give me a. I think I must.
Well, at least you have information on another item, right?
That's true.
I don't like that.
What up? What do you mean? What are you talking about? Interesting, interesting. Both of these Pokemon resist my iron.
Yes, though you should go for the power into Drag Ball, right?
So true, so true.
You could also switch to reset the defense drop.
That is a fantastic idea.
Because like I did double into you last move, last turn with moves that would move before you do.
Mm-hmm. That's true. 60. Oh, what is this base speed? Ooh. I guess we just like we just try it. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Sub, and you are you were 1 point faster, slower, whichever one it is. Arm thrust.
Yeah, yeah buddy. Wee. Oh, what a game.
This is awkward.
Question is, do I just do it again?
Well, I don't know how I stop you.
That's true. There's only one turn of Trick Room left, though.
Yes, this is your last turn of Trick Room. The question is, do you want to be behind a sub after Trick Room, or do you want to not be behind a sub after Trick Room?
It's a fantastic question. It would be nice to be behind a sub, but do I click it is the question.
That's up to you. I was hoping you would go for Protect. You got the burn!
It's crazy.
The one time I run physical and you get the burn.
That's crazy. Ooh, yikes.
That's just rude. How could you do this? I thought we were my friends.
That's very unfortunate. I'm very sorry about.
Anyways, I reset my speed drop, so now I'm faster than Iron Heads.
That is true. He zipped it.
God. I don't know if that crit mattered as well.
It probably did.
Getting the crit and the burn was not very polite. Wow, that Pokemon did not take that hit very well.
Holy crap, that's terrible. I'm so dead.
I mean, I think you still win because my Pokemon is statused, but yeah.
That is true.
Triple Arrows is okay, huh?
It really is. That's actually a cool move. It's kind of hard to deal with.
Clearly I should have just Psychic Fangs the Bronzong turn 1.
What?
I didn't even die! I lost!
The burn.
I dodged Heat Wave, but that's not gonna help. The loaded dice arm thrust is very interesting.
I thought it was cool. I was like, what can I run on this thing? I saw arm thrust. I was like, damn, pretty cool. That's pretty sweet. No, that's stupid. I shouldn't do that.
High crit rate, bail me out.
No, dude. I didn't know if you're gonna be Covert Cloak or something. I guess you wouldn't run it when you have
Dazzling?
Yeah, when you have Dazzling, there's no real reason to.
I know one of my teams has Covert Cloak. I do not remember which team it is.
I forgot about that item until never mind, I shouldn't say it anymore.
Until.
At one point, I was not running on any squad, let's put it that way. room service is still the only item I know. That's great.
You don't know the other items?
I had no idea what your other items were.
I feel like you got information on one of them.
I
So
mean,
there are 3 items you should know.
Oh, okay. Maybe it's Choice Band, Sucker Punch.
I did only click Sucker Punch for 3 turns in a row.
That is true.
In Trick Room.
That's pretty fair. Oh, man. Oh, I don't know. Oh, it's so sad. Some of the mons.
I don't know which ones are on. They're all kind of bad.
What do I...
Let's see. What do I think?
What do I want to do for this last set is the question.
Alright, I think this is the last one I'm bringing.
Oh,
no,
it's
no,
Cleaver.
that's bad. Don't do that.
Cleaver and Skuntank. Hell yeah.
Well, I did have to bring all of my Pokemon, right?
That's true. I'm just
Did you
surprised
cover
I
all
didn't
of
see
yours?
one. I did.
Good. Yes, you did bring... You had Hobbit get one.
I did. I just didn't get a chance to bring it. Sadly.
Only one Sylveon, so no Throat Spray on Sylveon.
So true. No throat spray anywhere on any team.
I thought that would have been like an easier item to take off.
It could have been. I decided to run it Scarf in the first one just because I thought it would be more fun.
It worked out.
That it did.
I guess I should have Muddy Watered instead of Earth Powering, because it's slightly weaker, but if the Earth Power didn't KO anyways, I should have gone for another accuracy drop. But then what if I missed?
Oh no. Oh, the dilemma. What the frick am I supposed to do? Okay, you know what? Here's what we do. We do... This could be terrible. We hit him with...
Yeah, I think your team is very difficult to prep against.
Thank you. I think that's a good thing. I hope.
I mean, sure. I don't know if it's a good or bad thing inherently. It's just a thing.
It is just a thing. So true. I do not think this team... Never mind. Everything's fine. You're definitely gonna have booster on that. For sure.
I figured out where the Terra button is. Well, I could have had booster on the last one. It didn't hit the field because you came against Trick Room.
That's true. That's true. In which case, I can do something stupid.
I noticed you made a decision in prep, which was a correct decision, but I'm not going to say it out loud in case other players don't make that decision.
I think I will go sicko mode.
You've already brought all 11 of your Pokemon at this point, right? All of these Pokemon have been in a previous game.
Yes, I brought all 11 in the first 2 games.
Okay, I did not do that,
Well,
in case you didn't know.
Yeah, I'm seeing Cleaver, and I think Skuntank for the first time.
And Cleaver for the first time, yeah. Though this was the first team I built, I just was like, I'd like this to be my 3rd team. In fact, I think I played them in the exact opposite order to what I made them.
I'm doing this. This is gonna be stupid, but... Or maybe it's not, I don't know, we'll find out.
We'll see.
What will I do? This is gonna be Scarf Cleaver, I can feel it in my bones. And then I'm just gonna get Stealth Rock to death. God, this is actually so bad.
You should switch to avoid Stealth Rock.
I should do exactly that. That's so true.
I don't know if this decision makes sense. I think it is.
Well,
I think it's the correct decision.
We'll find out what happens.
Oh, okay. You actually did that, but even though that means that your Pokemon is actually then going to take...
Oh!
That was a funny crit.
Is that a high crit move too?
Yeah, I think so.
Holy...
It has a million... It has a million pieces of text, I can't tell.
It's probably... That's a lot of damage. Terra Fairy, huh? Wait, what the hell? Wait a minute.
Wait a minute,
Clear
what?
body and clear amulet. There was no speed drop.
There was no speed drop. You know, that was a very, that's a very, very good notice from you.
And it's screens Dragapult? Oh, no.
I'm regretting my last move, though.
Oh,
It did not do
Hex,
enough
dude.
damage. The Wisp, oh gosh, it was never doing enough damage. You clicked Earthquake.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah. Look at that damage. Oh, it's so good. That's a lot of damage. I should not have clicked Earthquake. I don't know what I was thinking.
Oh, we'll see.
So true. Don't Thunder Wave me. How dare you? No para? Let's go.
I clearly
Also
should have
running
Thunder Waved you
ads.
last time. Yeah.
Oh boy.
Clearly I just should have Thunder Wave last turn, right?
Yeah, that probably would have been the smart move.
I don't like Cleaveball being dead. It doesn't feel nice.
It feels very good for me.
Especially without Terror.
Oh.
I don't know why you're going, oh.
Because I didn't want to see two fairy types on the field.
What do you mean 2 fairy types on the field? What the hell's your Lycanroc at?
I mean it's not bad, but it's definitely not helpful.
Oh gosh, I don't like this. I mean, I feel very weak to a Lycanroc at the current point with my Pokemon I have on the field now. So, that should hopefully give you some sense of something.
Yeah. Let's do this.
I regret not having my funny guy. Okay, well that didn't.
No. Okay, well this is something. This is gonna go very poorly for me, I feel.
Are you like Terra fighting? Oh no, it's
heck.
Sash! I should have gone for a
There's-
different move.
Wee.
Well, that did not do
See you
very
later.
much. Okay, that's funny. I definitely should have gone for a different move.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Oh. Dude, the stealth rocks. Oh my god.
Yeah, they're pretty good.
Oh, that's so bad for me.
You did know I had a Cleaveball.
I know, and I was underestimating how much damage.
No, I missed.
Oh.
Oh, that's really bad. That's really bad. That's really bad.
Oh yes. My
Oh, I think I
speed.
lost. I think I lost because of that.
Check out this damage. Alright, well hold on. Let me do this. And let me do this. No, he lives. What?
Yeah, but I die from burn. Oh, never mind. I take a
look at
slightly
that.
reduced damage from Air Cutter.
Oh, that's
Too good.
That air cutter. Oh, it's so good. So hell yeah.
I don't think this affects critical hit rate. Annoyingly.
What doesn't?
Clear
I
Smog.
live. Oh, that's a lot of damage.
And the Aguav Berry. That's right. I used an item. I didn't have a Scarf. You saw my Scarf game 1. My Rotom was faster than Iron Treads.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
I did not pay attention to that.
I noticed.
Oh man. No.
So I had game 1. I had Metronome on Iron Treads, which got a click 1 move. I had Rindo Berry on Gastrodon, and I was Sash on Bruxish. Game 2, I was Mind Plate on Bruxish, and I was Strong Jaw, not Dazzling.
You were strong jaw game 2.
Yeah, I was banded
that's-
with Dragapult as well. You could have calculated the crunch damage to seeing Strong Jaw.
Yeah, I probably could have.
I think Enamorous was Citrus Berry that game. You can, and then Decidueye, you saw Room Service. And then game 3, yeah, you saw the Aguav Berry. I was Life Orb on Enamorous, you saw that. I was Light Clay on Dragapult, and we nearly ran out of screens turns. And you saw the covert cloak, though it could have been Clear Amulet, as you suggested.
True.
So I'm, without looking at the thing where you've just sent me that, I'm gonna say it's Scope Lens and Iron Jungulus, right?
For game 3.
Yeah, game 3.
No, it was not.
It was just Focus Energy without Scope Lens.
Yep.
Okay.
Well, yeah, because Air Cutter's a high crit move, so.
Yeah, that's a 50% crit rate. Right? Or is it
betcha.
100? I think it's only 50.
I think it's 50. I think it's 50. No, tier 3. Yeah, I think
It might be 100. I have no idea.
I don't know.
Lycanroc was a
50 or 100,
jetpack. Bronzong, I did not see anything that suggested an item to me.
It was Assault Vest.
Ah, of course. What did I hit it with? Did I hit it with a... I hit it with Hex and it did nothing. I should have noticed. To be fair, I just thought that meant it was max F.
Yeah, I mean, it could have been.
And then we've got game 2. We saw that you were either an Iron Ball or power item on Typhlosion. You were 1 point slower than my Decidueye, because Decidueye was 1 point slower than Iron Hands.
Oh, Min Speed Iron Hands? Yeah, my Iron Hands was just adamant, so...
Yeah, well, you like Iron Hands hits 49, Typhlosion would hit 47, and I was hitting 48.
Yeah, buddy.
Because I was designed to be...
that, by the way.
Because I was designed to be
wonder.
faster than Iron Hands outside of Trick Room, which I also was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah, good old Typhlosion.
And then... Yeah, Choice Band on Dragapult, and I think I was Citrus Berry on that in Amorous. And then game 1... I already said them. Right? Oh, I was Sash on Bruxish. I don't know if I said that. It was Surf to boost up Gastrodon, and then it was Aquajet also to boost up Gastrodon, because it wouldn't let me hit Typhlosion with it.
Calculated special attack boost.
Yep. Let's go with that.
Oh man.
So
Yeah, I
that
ran
was-
all three choice items were game 1, but I didn't bring the
Banded
choice
slacking.
band slacking. Yeah.
I mean, it does a lot of damage against my team.
I know. I thought about bringing it, but I was like,
I only have one Pokemon. It does an Oko that I brought game 1.
and it was a ghost type.
Oh, you didn't bring the rock. Sorry, never mind. I have 2 Pokemon. I didn't Oko.
Yeah, because you also put treads. Yeah.
You could have brought Torchop.
I could. I could have.
A Dark move is probably good against a double ghost team. Or like Ice Punch. I don't think Drain Punch is an Oko. But I was physically
Probably
defensive.
not.
Body press, so hopefully not.
Mm-hmm.
Well, was that the game I was body press? I was Booster Energy in game 3, but I didn't bring it because I was scared. I think rightfully so.
Scared of what, Iron Hands or what?
Typhlosion. Always Typhlosion.
Oh yeah.
But I brought Gastrodon instead, and Gastrodon turned out to be correct.
Yeah, Gastrodon was really good. In both games.
Wait, I was King's Rock on my second Iron... sorry. No, I was King's Rock game 1. I was discharged with Earthquake with King's Rock, with the hope being that I could get Paraflinch into your Pokemon.
Oh my god. Oh god.
I don't think I wound up running Salazzle in any of the games. No, I didn't wind up bringing Salazzle. I had Toxic Spikes, let's go and tank. But you brought a team that was fairly impervious to Toxic Spikes. There was only Iron Hands, Lycanroc, and Typhlosion, and then like Iron Jugulus or Bronzong if you tear it into a type that wasn't Poison or Steel. That were affected. And that's only if Bronzong was Heatproof.
Yep.
So it didn't wind up being good. But I think like I didn't think it was good against any of the teams that you brought because you brought so much Mages. Maybe game 1.
Mm-hmm. My game 1 Hoppip that I didn't bring was Bright Powder.
That is interesting. Who was your Covert Cloak?
It was game 3 Iron Jugulus.
Huh.
With crit boosting.
You know what? That's interesting. Oh, and we saw as well that Clear Smog did remove Focus Energy. Which is cool.
Oh, did it?
Yeah, it did. It says Iron Jugulus' stat changes were removed.
Oh, stat changes, yeah. Wow, so Covert Cloak doesn't block that. That's
no, Covert Cloak has never blocked that. Otherwise, every Dondozo would have run Covert Cloak.
Oh, true. I never thought of that. That's an adaptation.
Remember that thing I was saying about knockoff? This is definitely one of them. So look, I think that we've shown a bunch of different items that can be used. So yeah, Choice Band, Booster Energy, Choice Scarf, Choice Specs, Blunder Policy, Blunder Policy. You didn't miss a move
in case I
that
missed
game.
Rock Slide.
You weren't missing.
I hit one Rock Slide and then I died to Iron Head, so...
A lot of nice arm thrust, very powerful. Mental Herb on Miss Mages. That one was max HP. It was Iron Ball instead of being one of the other terrors. It was one of the other items that does the same thing but without the downside.
I like Iron Ball.
Fair enough. Life Orb Quagsire. Oh my god.
With Trailblaze. Oh, he's moving.
Oh gosh, yeah, EVL-8 on Corfish is not surprising. But I would have expected a little bit more damage investment on it. And then game 3, Citrus Berry Iron Hands, which you did not bring. It didn't have a damn electric move, okay. Miss Mag was Sash, we saw that. Assault Vest, we saw that. Cova Cloak, we did not see it, but we probably could have guessed from the lack of attack drop. Yeah, Jetpack, and then Clear Amulet. Physical. I have run Bandit Typhlosion before. I have not run Flame Charge. I was Flare Blitz. Actually, I think I had Flame Charge on the set, but, you know, it was more about Flare Blitz.
I just wanted to run Earthquake on a lot of mons with a lot of Terra Flying,
you know,
which is why...
Fair enough.
Oh, man.
Yeah, and then, yeah, the items you didn't see. I had Lum on that, I should just give you my pastes. But yeah, thank you everyone for watching. Thanks for Goose for coming and checking out the magical, wonderful, and mystical world of Pokemon items.
Hell yeah. Thanks for having me. These this exhibition match were just with a bunch of all the 18 different items and different variations of our squad was a lot of fun. I definitely recommend other coaches out there who want to do this sort of thing, definitely give it a shot.
And thanks to Colby for the recommendation of part of what we wound up doing, which was the 18 different mods thing. I thought this was pretty fun. And thank you all for watching. Sorry, you... Alright, thanks. Bye.